am gonna be very serious.
Hello, Rockill here. Welcome back to another of my streams. I'm back. Genshin. Why? Story time. Story mode. Enabled. Yeah, we can do something fun. Not 100% in the map all the time. But I still need to do that. I don't know. We'll see. Because I need to get in one location 300 fucking chests and I'm gonna lose my mind. Like 4 hours of just looking for chests, and it's when I feel the energy I will. So hi. Let's open the sound. Much it. My stream is delayed. What? Chat on my phone and then click connect and open my chat.
Tyler, tell Harry I'm sorry and I won't be rude to him again.
Are even reading my message that I sent to you, and I cannot do it right now. I'm streaming. Read it again. Read again what I messaged you, and then fix the sentence that she sent me. Okay, so we're gonna play Genshin because I want to play Genshin. You cannot stop me because Genshin is a fun game when there's stuff to do. When then there isn't, it's not that fun. It's just like a job, basically job. It's fun for maybe a year or so, and then it just gets bored. So yeah. So the last time I played Genshin was last time on stream, I believe. No, I think I opened Genshin once. I tried 100% the map again for now, so I can do something. But then I just gave up. Today we're gonna do the new event when it finally loads in, because I didn't open the game. The game sends the event. No, I did open the game. I don't know why it's loading. Maybe there's a little update, fix some glitches. Who knows? Because I didn't touch the event at all. I didn't wanna not play it on stream. What are you doing? Good. Who is a good camera? You are. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, 66%. Yeah. At least my text speech is working. That's great. It's gonna work the whole day. God, I hate wearing a t-shirt or a shirt at all, or pants. Doesn't matter. Eesh. Just be cool. Nice and cool. Have a shirt, a little bit of Minecraft on me. Did everything. I did the video. I set the video up for today. I edited the video. I rendered the video. I played too much League of Legends, so I had to play something else. So I decided I'm gonna play Minecraft, and I did. Did the game load yet? Did. Finally. Because I heard that it's like 2 hours of playing the story mission, but I think there's also an event we can do, and also we can 100% possible. Oh my god, it's... I wish I could just not wear a shirt. I could, turning off my camera, but I don't think no one wants that. Everybody wants to see my... Woo! Super hot. Okay. Okay, there is a new event, that's what. So, let's see. I already tried. Okay. I already tried all of the characters here. With everything. I tried to pull for not Chi-Chi. Also Chi-Chi, but Klee here. Didn't make it. But the new character. Twice. That's pretty neat. Yeah. And I think when I'm done with all of the events and stuff, I will be able to pull again for Klee. I really want Klee. Klee is adorable and also decent for free-to-play players like me. So, last time I ended up ending my search here. I think I 100% this area finally. Then this is the next one. I have 69. 300 chests. You gotta be kidding me. I was like, oh, so depressing. I started and I was like 60, and then I was like, oh no, I'm done. I'm done for today. I'm done. I'm good. I'm Gucci. So we're gonna go do the event first. Money. Because I'm really low on money. They upgraded a lot of characters. Almost level 90. Team that I have right now, this is just for searching Leo, because I need Geo Traveler for so many things. Sorry.
Add Astra.
Here for my money. I want my money. Bennett. This guy. Her. Still didn't level up. 5-star. Shinobu. I still want the skin for her. In that outfit. Prime outfit. So let's see. We have a lot of things to do. There's a Kazo story. This story that we just got right now. A lot of it. So, let me first change my team. I need to put Rosaria back. This is my team.
Make sure to keep up.
Here, the team. And let's begin. I think we should do first story of Kazuha. Basically something about the sword. So, that's in Izuma. I'm gonna skip the dailies for now and other stuff. Right. To Because I know it's gonna take a while, and I'm gonna listen to every single sentence. As long as they speak. Appa.
It's been a while since we first set foot on Inazuma.
Sure.
So many things have happened since then.
Is the game basically saying that when people finish Inazuma, they never
Tyler,
went to Inazuma?
I'm sorry, Harry.
Later. We're gonna continue this later. And now, Genshin time. As if...
Yeah.
And by the way,
Definitely made
wrong
some progress on
answer.
our journey.
Read my message again. Just read it. Read it. Did you even read it? That's my question. I thought I made it super clear. I know that apology I didn't write correctly, but come on. You can point the dots
Where
correctly.
should we go today?
Wait a moment.
Huh? What's up?
Oh look, it's the bleed. Be careful. Be careful.
Hey, what the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh? Oh,
I'll let you hit it
let's
with your
convince him to
sword.
calm down a little.
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all?
Huh?
Sounds like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha?
Why?
He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision.
Why do you need him? Why are you looking for
That's
him?
none of your business.
Yes, it kinda is.
Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase. Well, one thing's for sure.
Didn't he?
Why are we telling him anything about Kazuha?
An agree more.
Right? Paimon has a feeling, though, that even
Tyler,
if this
Toy
guy
Kong
gets
do an
to
elbow
challenge
cow.
Kazuha to a duel, he
That's
won't
not
be
English.
able
I
to
cannot
beat
read
him.
that. That's not Slovenian. I cannot read that. So I cannot read that because it's not none of those two languages.
Anyway, just to be on the
Kind
safe
of.
side, we should go fight Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back.
Actually, I have a much
What kind of hunch?
hunch. I think this guy may have a special connection.
A special connection? You mean
I can't say for
beyond
sure,
already knowing each
but
other?
I feel like they're kind of similar. True, with the
maybe a
electricity
little.
going pew pew type of thing. That's
Again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything.
you,
Anyway,
Paimon.
there's no time to lose. Let's go tell Kazuha so we won't get into any danger. Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him there.
Roger that. Okay, this is probably far away. Yep. Let's go. People say that his story really sucks. But I'm more like light person. I really don't find that great. I know it could be better, and it's something I have to.
Hey! Hello?
I got a little bit
You know
spoiled
where
about
Kazuha is.
some stuff.
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all. Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha. If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did?
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
Could compare it to the Beiju used to strike down his Suha.
Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense.
I don't understand.
In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. They said they had something important to discuss with him. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
What's he doing?
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable.
Nate. Well, all the that.
Thank you! Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryo Commission.
Alright then. I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
Pararam. Go to Raiden Shogun's castle. I mean, Tenryo. Their castle is basically quite full. Rosita, that woman that died. I found it. Majestic walk.
Oh? It's you.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed?
I've heard the thing. I forgot.
In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly,
Yeah.
responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil.
And we settled that in a...
We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaidahara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaidahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun and the Shogunate at large.
Tyler, I can't
However,
type in his
would
chat.
I be correct to assume that this
Yes,
magnanimous
I know.
gesture
You're
does not
banned.
come without some strings
reason.
attached?
I can
You
assure
will
you
not
that
be able
nothing
to.
could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice.
If he could, he would not, like, he wouldn't accept the apology, because you're apologizing to the wrong person.
With the Kaidahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaidaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City, with the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
I know exactly what to say. I just hope you can figure out what you need to say. I
I
didn't say
have
it
grown
for you.
accustomed to life among the elements.
I can say
I
that
fear I would no
sentence.
longer
Tyler,
feel at
but
I
home
will
behind
stop
the
trolling.
walls
I'm
of
not
a
gonna
steeply
make
bow.
a sentence.
Yet my
Read my
ancestors
message
did
again
indeed
on
take
Discord.
great pride in the name of
Then
Kaidahara
make a sentence.
and the art of blade making for which it stood. I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaidahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaedahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
Oh, at once.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then, what brings the two of you here?
Yikes! We nearly forgot about the most important thing!
You did.
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me?
Do you have any siblings? Could it be someone you...
No. This puzzles me as much as it does you. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaedahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back! This guy was a serious nutcase.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
Roger that.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town.
Yes, Pam. Yes.
Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
Hey, that's a long way. To Ryuji. Whatever that is. It's the gun. So I can have. When I play story modes, I feel like I'm not playing them correctly. Playing as Traveler. It bugs me.
Hey there! We'd like to ask you a quick question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaedahara Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaedehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest. Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaidehara's personal information. Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions? Of Mora?
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it. Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get involved.
That does make sense. Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now.
This is your way of... It was also not...
I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though. Let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma. Now there's a familiar name.
Is it?
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy. 2 grown men going missing at the same time. Their cases are likely connected, but I don't know much in the way of details. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Let's consider favor you. I don't know. We will investigate.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Yes,
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma smithy.
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
Ta-da-dum, ta-da. Finally. Craftman, baby.
Ah, if it isn't Kaedehara Kazuha, what brings you here today?
Huh? You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects. Yes, you may recall the story of the Raiden Gokaden from the Iridori Festival.
Though all bladesmiths trace their craft back to the same source, over time, each of us has arrived at a different blade-making philosophy, spawning the development of different branches of the same art. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water as it turns stone to sand. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion of every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryo Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it. But I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryo Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the
I don't know. Let's
disappearance
have
too.
this crown on
Know
her head.
anything
I
about
cannot
that?
remember.
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse, and neither of them came back. Yes, strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging. but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality.
And that's
He is
talent.
extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Is it that guy?
Truth be told, we have some
I feel-
information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Huh. Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear, with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry, you have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
I need to now Google. Not Google. Check some. The newest character is this guy. He doesn't have that. For some reason. Gonna be the death of me. Fine.
I'm very
Oh.
sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again. I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Whoa!
and that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
You didn't. The right thing. It's important.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. Ame no Mayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Ame no Mayuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument. This situation is getting a little confusing.
A little confusing? More like completely mystifying.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paima was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp and... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
They must have had an argument. Sale, perhaps the fire vaporized that. We are still missing.
An interesting explanation. I was also considering this possibility. Ame no Mayuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed some problematic details about Mr. Nagato's collectibles. Maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen item. Either way, after arguing about it, the two men agreed to hide the truth of this matter. They thought a fire would destroy everything. But then the Tenryou Commission began investigating and uncovered some incriminating details, so they fled to protect their secrets. But it's a far-fetched theory. I can't imagine how they would have been able to reach an agreement. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Ame no Mayuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there?
Also, doesn't seem connected.
Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
Okay. Some evidence. Where is it? Going here, going there, going everywhere.
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's
Shut up,
tournament,
Paimon.
so...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami.
That's...
Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
Huh. So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. But the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time.
Surely someone would.
From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters. But most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside.
That's
If
dangerous.
we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth. You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
In the end, it was just a pressure.
That was too scary! Paimon was was about to jump out at us!
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy source left this place. 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them. Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from. Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you too will perceive its ominous presence.
The elemental power, I can see it.
From this point, the trail appears to split into 2. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here, and seems to be dissipating slowly. Quite possibly.
They're connected?
Let's
Did they
search the area.
combine the Transformers? I mean, like Power Rangers?
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention.
I'm not
Let's
supposed
take a
to
closer look.
kill them. People. Kandria, but also murdering rivals of Kandria.
It's,
Ugh! Look at this red stuff!
by the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a...
I am Agato, wounded by Anam Noma Guia. He took my most precious blood. I could not. I lay down a count of crack right here. Stomach kept bleeding, but some strange power has Why did he steal the blade? I was going to sell it to him. Even or burned warehouse down. Ah, hurts, but for some reason I feel so all I can do is distract from the pain is right. What will happen to Yunshi and Yui? I'm sorry to. I really am. Only now I realize how stuck in I was and how blind to my obsession. I must have first couldn't allow those things, but they won me on. Not one iota or happiness. Put all of together and wouldn't have been single word. Her mouth. Thank you and sorry, Ichiko.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
So, where is he?
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing more for us to find here.
Ask that. Later there. More
Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Ame no Mayuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
Right, so let's get moving.
How did it come?
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill. All the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected, it seems that now we know the thread that runs between them. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. I will only be able to confirm my suspicions once we've met him in person. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. At any point now, we may find ourselves in danger.
That. Just for me.
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time. Show yourself! It's no use hiding anymore.
Totally different.
Kaedehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Ame no Mayuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Ame no Mayuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa, whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Ame no Mayuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaedehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, All he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own. In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So, swords can become conscious and control people?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
Ah, so Amenoma Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission. When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you, and by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun. Kaede Harakazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me!
I'm gonna play as him.
We shall rewrite history!
Yeah! Pyrotechnic! Power cord! Judgment!
Wind strike!
Yeah! Let's light it up! Yeah! Adventure! I'm going in!
Fine. One with wind and cloud.
Okay, the same attack.
Wind strike.
That's defeat.
Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down to—
Your bluff's fooling no one! You've lost!
Lost? I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will.
Will smash she in space?
The end result is the same! I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger! And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure. By any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenome Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You... After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Amenome Yuya and make your escape.
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run from the truth. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my...
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life, even if you were to sever that divine light. Is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding. How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put...
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenome Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
It's risky strain. Eighthly, you're dealing with the first blade.
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Not fine.
I am willing.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected.
Something feels...
I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
Sounds...
All right. Please lead the way.
What about Amenoma Yuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
Pararam. Going to see the enemy that really on top of the... bullying me to go on the top of the mountain. And also, this reminds me, I'm gonna be right back. And yeah, be right back. So we're gonna continue it again. Let me just see my Discord. Is it somewhere? Okay, that's Heroes and Degenerates. Can't wait, because there's a new battle pass. Finally. Fucking whole month waiting.
I shall protect the lady of the
Go up there. Which button is it? Under. Right here. What foe I'm gonna face? Him. I'm gonna use him. Yeah. Only him.
Leave everything on this journey to me. Into the wind.
Going somewhere? How's this? Let's get down to business.
Clouds high. The birds play. One with nature. Time to go.
There's more!
Into the wind.
I defeat all of them.
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
The animal. And if I get some chests?
Boom! My blade!
One with nature.
As I always have this such a strong attack.
Into the wind.
Say no more! My lucky day! Going somewhere? There's more!
The wind knows me. Time to go. Falling leaves. Adorn my night. One with nature.
Okay.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
Going on. Drone. Dimmer.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Aha, I'm not gonna go.
The wind knows it. Time to go. As one with wind and cloud. One with nature. That hurts. It's fine.
I got him. Somehow.
That was such a close call.
My apologies. In the end, I still needed your help.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time, we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? What the? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
Where and there is. It really looks like.
If you choose to continue in this state,
Nanako Rizedo CH. I was
Hello,
about to
Samurai.
get my dinner, but I see an emergency
much
food.
less the almighty Shogun.
Yes, true that. I'm happy that you make that joke because that is my favorite
Maybe
joke.
you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy.
Will he listen to you? Would the trust is right?
I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Alright. Jamming for the background.
Supposed to mean?
Here they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from?
You shouldn't fight with that blade.
Yup. We can help this time.
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Let me try my blade.
I don't see your blade. Okay.
The perfect light blade device.
Okay, yes, I can see.
Into the wind.
How's this?
The wind knows it.
There's more!
One with nature. The clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows it.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can
Nanako
only
Rizedo
disguise my true
CH.
appearance
I'm gonna
behind
go
an
eat my
outer
dinner.
sheen.
There's that cat. I will have as much luck as I can. Thank you for joining my little stream. I think
Nanako Rosado CH. Good luck, Rockill.
Yeah, I'll try. Come back. Can. Thank you.
Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry, from here on I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Oh, savage.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
Wait. Sorry, wrong button. Just breathe, okay. Hold on.
When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were warped by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Shame it's too late now.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Gardening, my buddy.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order,
Can make
I
me
am
cry.
willing to put myself... I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence. to the Tenryo Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
Who's coming? Find out. No, we cannot find out because someone is coming and I don't know who. So, battle. I'm gonna totally win. Please keep the blade. I wanna keep the
This
blade.
reminds
I wanna fix
Paimon
the
a bit
blade.
of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that blade hasn't told us everything. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him.
True that, true.
Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Thanks for doing water effect.
One with nature. The wind knows me. One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Got him.
Thank you
Thought he was
for
gonna
the
go a little
experience.
longer.
Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf.
The make boy, kill a man.
Kill all men. Yeah. A good one.
It is too late for all
What
of
about
that.
women? Yeah? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Cannot remember.
The make
I do
boy,
not wish
hello
for
man.
forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them
You know,
stain
when you
the
hit, you can
legacy
hit the
of
guy,
Ishin
but you can
art.
also hit the woman, so it's the same deal, or what's the word?
The make boy.
Not the word.
I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the
You
Ishin
did.
art still has a worthy successor in Kaedehara Kazuha.
Same as the leg. Yet. Yes, maybe not. Damn, that's really behind.
I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kaedahara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
Fix him.
Does he want to go there?
Fix him.
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
I want him. I want the weapon. I want it. Like the weapon. I did a mistake. And still go there. Eat. The word.
Oh, it's Yuya! You have returned!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
A prized
Tranquility.
Ishin blade. Turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity.
Installing stock.
Amig boy.
That's
I'm
all.
currently installing Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. Amig boy. Very good game.
No, I won't.
But I have some good
Too-
news as well.
Too hard.
Ryuji from the Bonton Sangha
Amig
Detective
boy.
Agency
Recommended
tells
playing
me
it.
that they
Amig
found
boy.
the missing Mr. Nagato.
Really? Is he okay?
Yes, badly wounded,
Amig
but
boy.
he will live.
Please.
Too hard of a game.
And now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
Amig boy. Just
I think I
download
know
the
what
crack
you
of
need
it,
to do.
man.
No. Too hard
What's
of a
wrong,
game.
Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious.
Amig boy.
I have decided
PLS, PLS,
to let
PLS,
him do it.
PLS. Amig boy. Please, man. Amig
Don't
boy.
spam.
Please.
Or I'm gonna have to put you on a timeout. And no, because the game is too hard. You can blame the other game that starts with Stalker. I hated it so much that I deleted the stream even. Fish.
Guess there's nothing we can say to change your mind, huh?
This season is yours.
Thank you.
Amig boy.
I will
No, it's a
explain my
beginner-friendly
reasons later.
man.
I don't care. Too hard.
Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
Amig boy. I swear to every god's existence.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I
Animation
have
time.
in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything. You mean...
Yes, the cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Amig boy. Has gonna die, isn't he?
So,
No, that's not how
That's why
stories
you said
go,
it had
by
to
the
be
way.
A
done
make
in
boy
that
did
order.
me walking.
His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions,
A
and
make
thus
boy
chose
dead
to
man
bury
walking.
this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn
A make boy
determination
at
that blinded
GTG
him
Rock.
to the path ahead.
Okay, thank you for joining. Goodbye.
Speaking for myself,
A
Come back
make
if you
boy
can.
need to do some
recognize and atone
bussiness
for
with
his
me mom.
mistakes,
A make boy
then see him
goodbye lad.
punished for them.
Too dangerous if you ask me. There. Nothing to scoff.
I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me, just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
You, I will help. Bird.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation, and it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
What about the woman? Her husband died. What about that information? Important.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanome Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please, take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin, a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
travel to next, Kazuha?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Can I really skip the sword? Yes. Yes! Give me the puppy. Max rank. Rank 1. Sally. Details. Pattern. Max refine level. When a normal charged or an opponent, it will up a player. The mean AoE damage 180% of attack. Its effect. Okay, so this blade can be physical damage. Physical damage. Oh, you cannot. Yo. Ooh. Great. And what else? I have here that I another one. Go and find it. Else. Ah. And that's that. New weapon to play with. Pay more to list load. Let's see at least 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. This is 5, 5. This one, or this one is. This one is 5. At least I should. Hands. Level 9. Clear the train. Inventory. Are you kidding?
I keep
Okay.
watch. You leave.
That's that story
you call
done.
me.
Next one will be. This one is in. Come on. I'm gonna start it. I don't know if I will be able to finish it, but I wanna start it. They may come in. Traveler.
Ah, Traveler. It so happens that a friend of yours asked me to pass on a message when I saw you.
Someone left a message for us?
Nora?
Who could it be?
That didn't work out.
My
Ah.
beloved retainer, have you noticed that silver thread of which fate is
Ah,
woven,
the fate.
now twisting and twining itself around you? The Aug de Verurtelung does Grossen Kaleido Phantasmus will be watching you.
Well,
apologies. This message is unusually difficult to recite. Would you like to hear more?
Definitely sounds like Fischl's note. What should we do?
I love to hear more. Should I? I'm gonna. I want to
We'll
hear.
be watching you as you step into the glorious castle of the Immer Nachreich. Come to me at once. Swear an oath to me in my blessed name, and we shall journey together to the depths of the world. Anyway, to summarize, Miss Fischl asked me to ask you to go to the plaza in front of the cathedral. Please meet her there when you have the time. She said that she will be waiting for you.
Oh, Fischl. Such a mystifying message for such a plain and simple request. Well, if Fischl's expecting us, then let's not keep her waiting. Let's head towards the cathedral plaza.
Ta-da! Let's go. Visuals on level 80. I'm gonna leave that. Usually her bird is not flying and it's usually... What's up?
There she is! And Mona, too! Oh, welcome, welcome, most loyal attendants of
annoying.
the Prinzessin.
Fischl, I already
Which
met.
one is it? Retainer or attendant? Make up your mind.
My apologies. Main Fräulein tends to use exaggerated expressions when she's in good spirits.
Hey, Fischl! You were looking for us, right? Sounds like the fun started without us. What's got you in such a good mood?
Nice to meet you.
And so, the whisper of eternal night summons you back to my side. Splendid. What a blessed reunion. A boon from beyond the eventide. Come, partake of this joy with me, my subjects.
Traveler, Paimon, it's a pleasure
New
to
dress.
see you again. Main Fräulein and I extend to you our most sincere greetings.
Missing something.
Paimon wants to say a proper hello too, but Paimon has no idea how to, partake.
A normal person in this situation would simply say, "Hi, traveler, how have you been?"
The traveler and I are like intertwined stars in the vast galaxy. You of all people should very well know the fate foretold by this meeting.
Precisely. Lady Magistus, please refrain from such unimaginative utterances.
That's your new nickname?
Lady Magistus has long since become a citizen of the Immer Nachreich. She has been serving as court archmage under one's command for some time now.
That's just my surname. Don't mind that. This is so embarrassing. You're here because Fischl asked Catherine to ask you to come, right?
Indeed so, my archmage. Did even this appear in thy divination? Why, your powers are truly dangerous.
Oh, for the love... No, of course not. You told me yourself that you'd left a message with Catherine. Excuse me. Anyway, in my case, she practically beat the door down to get me to come along. Whatever she says, please, don't be too astonished.
Don't worry. We've been around the block. You can't faze us.
Oh, faithful servants, one's homeland, the Immer Nachreich, which bears the
I really
darkest
hate
of all fates, draws near to this world once more. Stand with me in anticipation, for the glory of our kingdom is nigh.
So goddamn annoying.
Wait, what?
Indeed. Only one's most faithful envoys are fortunate enough to be privy to this great revelation. The Immer Nachreich is near Mondstadt.
Yeah, I will report.
No, please. That will be most unnecessary.
I know it sounds absurd, but there's actually something behind this, I promise. Basically, what Fischl means is...
Gistis.
All right. Honestly, look at me. A genius astrologist forced into a juvenile role-playing game. The truth is that yesterday, Her Highness encountered the Spark Knight Klee outside of the city. Both being of great fame, they recognized one another instantly and began to converse. It was already getting dark, so, in that spirit of great compassion and care for which she is known, Her Highness personally accompanied Klee back to Mondstadt. On the way, Her Highness relayed to Klee the story of her origins. Upon hearing the tragic tale of the fall of Her Highness's homeworld, the tender-hearted Spark Knight inquired, with tears welling up in her eyes.
Oh no! Is the Imanakreich really gone? Won't it grow back?
Oh, mortal, your sovereign's heart is touched by thy sincerity and sympathy. But nay, the Imanakreich is an everlasting realm, and one day, it shall make its reappearance.
Really? So how do we make your homeland grow back again?
Since you inquire so earnestly, give unto me a tranquil haven, promise me eternal admiration, lend me both time and wind, and one shall revive one's homeworld.
Could you cut the reenactment and just get to the point?
In short, Klee gave Fischl an island to serve as the promised land where the Immernachreich will appear. I didn't believe it either at first, but then I saw this letter.
Stand. Travel setting. Ivat. You having heard from Rockill. But then, if this master cannot. Yes, please, Mom.
Providence has gifted Main Fräulein with an excellent opportunity. Esteemed traveler, as Main Fräulein's cherished retainer, you deserve to bear witness to this grand moment with us.
This island looks kind of familiar.
Traveler, curtail thy umming and awing at once. The throne of the Immernachreich calls for me. Come, be my blade, clear the way, and witness what is to come.
I think she just wants to invite you along to the island with her. That being said, I have a feeling that I'll be better off not performing any divination where that island's concerned.
Huh? Why not?
Klee is involved in this, which means her mother is probably involved, which means that old hag is involved. Thanks, but no thanks.
What can I do for
You, who have traveled to the farthest reaches of the world, fathom the celestial path of stardust in the palm of your hand, and witness raindrops converge and become one with the undercurrent of destiny. You, yes you,
must chart the course that leads the way to the land promised to Main Fräulein by fate.
Oh, Fischl doesn't know the way there. Since thou asketh for our help, Paimon can tell you that we are good friends with the Spark Knight Klee, the Guides of Destiny.
Paimon, seriously.
Come on, just play along.
Very well, I am the one whose hate travels here on the star.
Behold, the Watcher, the Guide,
A voice actor
the
could
Weaver of
probably say that.
Dreams, the Traveler.
excellent, most excellent.
Like a child. Like...
To sum up, Traveler, since you say you know the way, we'll let you take us to the island. I mean, the Promised Land.
For the...
kind done. Right now, Lady Magistus needs to go home to pack her things and catch up on some sleep. Your Highness, your other distinguished selves, let's meet at the city gate at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Very well. Then it is settled. One blesses you with an undisturbed slumber, Lady Magistus. You too, traveler.
Main Fräulein means to say, good night. See you all tomorrow.
About darn time! Good night!
Oh my god. So cringe. So annoying. Oh my god. Paimon. You just talk from.
Exhausted! You all have proper rules. How come Paimon has to be a clock on the wall in the royal palace?
You change time.
Cuckoo! It's 12 o'clock sharp in the Immernachtreich.
Paimon, you're the one who started it.
Anyway,
Sure.
since those islands are a pretty mind-blowing place, why don't we get some people with mind-boggling ideas to help us out? Kaya's mind works in mysterious ways, but no one in Mondstadt has ideas that boggle the mind quite like a certain somebody who's definitely going to be in the tavern at this hour. Come on, let's go rope him into helping us.
Sam, I know Klee's gonna be there, Mona, of course, Traveler, and the Rockstar. But I don't have any other ham in the store, in the thumbnails and stuff. Look, it's people did say that they look. Have a story about his new outfit. Talking about and this walk with that armor really reminds me. Give me the poster. Give me the poster. Annoying. Gives it sometimes. Bard? Why is he here?
What are they doing in Mondstadt?
Well, look at that! You're really here. Come on, take a seat and join our delightful conversation.
Wow, Traveler, Paimon! Speak of the devil, we were literally just talking about you.
Truly a curious coincidence.
Kazuha? Shinyan? What are you doing here in a Mondstadt tavern? And how'd you end up having to share a table with the tone-deaf bard?
Tone-deaf bard? Now that's a fun stage name. It seems like you're a pretty well-known singer, fella.
Though sadly not a rock and roll singer, or we could perform a duet. So, you all know each other. My newfound friends are my old friends' friends from afar.
I also know this guy.
This is a rare opportunity indeed. Oh, we should form a poetry club and call it the Free Poet Society or something like that.
Guys came here.
Yeah, I felt like getting out and finding some new inspiration for my songwriting. 'Cause last month, Beto held a big booze-filled party called the Drink Till You Sink Championship, and she put me in charge of the music. And that's where I met Kazuha.
Although Shinyen can come across as unruly at times, her musical understanding is highly nuanced and original. Safe to say, our shared appreciation for music struck a chord in us both.
You can say that again. In Kazuha's hands, even a leaf becomes an instrument. That makes him an expert among my friends. Starting from Liyue, we passed through Stone Gate and kept going till we came into Mondstadt. Then along the way, we saw this really awesome manor. It was something else.
Oh yeah, we know the one. Our friend owns that place.
Really? Y'all sure have a lot of friends. Well, whoever it is that lives in that fine place must be really loving life, huh?
Guess so.
Similar souls tend to attract each other. Traveler and Paimon, you must have exceptional taste, just like that friend of yours.
Wow, you're too nice. Unlike some people who only ever seem to poke fun at Paimon.
Yeah, emergency.
By the
Shut
way,
up.
do you know anything about the Iridescence tour? It's supposed to be huge. Rumor has it that all 7 nations of Tevat are gonna be involved.
Never heard of it.
So far, it's mostly just empty promises. Anyway, it's supposed to be a music festival. The organizer really did a number on me last time. They canceled on me. But I hear that they're still active. I'd love to give the festival another shot. But wouldn't you know it, the plans fell through again. How can they mess up this bad twice in a row?
Music is all about inspiration. Maybe the organizers canceled the show because theirs dried up. But fear not, weary travelers, for your journey was not in vain. It has, after all, brought you here, to me, to the Temple of Music.
Your Temple of Music must have more than just good tunes. You're a bard, ain't ya? A song's gotta have a good story or it doesn't make the cut, right?
Exactly. You understand the meaning of being a bard so well. To express my gratitude, I will even share one of these stories with you.
Oh, you're a funny fella. Are all bards like you?
I've met many bards during my travels, but none of them are as entertaining as you.
I'm sure it all comes down to the richness of my imagination and, by extension, the poverty of theirs. And on that note, here is a fantastical tale that is sure to delight you all. Legends tell of an emerald isle in the middle of the ocean. There, the Dodo King and his people live a
Dodo
blissful
King?
existence. When a Dodoko is born, it dives into the water. Some learn to swim. Others are carried away by the waves, all the way to Mondstadt, where they befriend the children there. One Dodoko made a new friend in Mondstadt, the little Spark Knight. But the Dodo King did not approve. He demanded that the little knight sow the little knight, together with her most important friend in the world, braved the wind and waves, finally reaching the middle of the ocean. But Dodo King was not there. There was no trial, by fire or interrogation. The little knight's mother, who was a mage, had built an entire summer city there as a gift to her daughter, along with this message. Summer is the season of love. It is the time for freedom and fun. So everyone, please sing, dance, and enjoy yourselves here.
What do those do?
The end.
Look. Yeah, whoa. Whoa. Just about to ask about Isle.
How interesting. I now have the urge to visit that island myself. This is the thing about traveling. You can't plan ahead. Better to leave when the mood takes you and go where the heart leads.
I'm glad you liked it. Well, there's wine on the table, and I have stories to tell. Seems like fate is feeling kind today.
Here's to music. Come on, traveler.
Don't worry, if you don't like wine, there's juice as well.
In that case, I'll have a glass of juice. This one. I like the color.
Are you gonna show me what just... He's asleep? Java update available. Later.
Uh-oh, this fella's drunk. But, wasn't he drinking fruit juice?
Exactly.
More. More, 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 more. More, please.
More?
Oops, I think I accidentally placed some fruity cocktails out there. My bad. Seriously? Anyway, guess it's time to talk about business after all that drinking. You came here because you need my help, I presume?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We didn't come here to drink.
And then they came with. Wow, the stream is so delayed. There's some.
Look where we are. Yup, I can sense that you're about to tell me something very interesting. Klee gave a special gift from her mother to an adventurer friend? Oh, she's such a kind-hearted child. As I'm sure you've already guessed, that letter is most definitely written by Alice.
Yeah, that's so.
Speaking of, guess which two people I ran into on my way to the tavern today?
Master Jean? Or Lisa?
A mother and daughter, both with long elf ears and the most amazingly adorable personalities.
Alice and Klee?
Ding ding ding! Correct answer! The unaging mage was taking her teeny tiny knight on a vacation, and I happened to run into them. As a friendly greeting, the mysterious woman gave me a gift. She also said that if I meet any fun friends, I should share this gift with them. So now it's yours to keep.
Ah! It's a bomb!
Minus the fuse, so don't worry, it's not going to explode. Come on, take it. This way we can talk to each other just like this, even when we're apart.
Now that sounds.
It's called a Dodo communication device, and it allows people to stay in touch over vast distances. However, you can't just use it anytime you want, and there's also a limit on the number of times you can use it. That's why it's currently only available to a certain select few. I heard that the inspiration for this comes from another world. Alice is always full of surprises. She and Klee asked me to tell you. Please take this with you when you depart for the island. No, wait, the Promised Land with your friends. And have fun! Don't worry about how to get there. The organizers of this vacation have made arrangements. Turn right after you exit the city gates, and you'll see something that will make you very happy.
Sounds like the two of you are in cahoots over this.
Of course not. Is that really the sort of person you think I am? Traveler, you're my friend. And as your friend, I just want to give you something that'll make you happy. How can you think this of me?
Right, I'll.
Fair enough. The tone-deaf guard does like to joke around, but he's still one of our best friends. Besides, a vacation sounds great. Actually, Kazuha and Shinyan seemed pretty interested in coming on this trip too. Let's ask them if they want to join us.
That. Well, not Kazuha, because he's drunk that.
Ah, you're back. Poor Kazuha's still out for the count. Seems like he can't handle alcohol so well.
Shinyan, do you want to come to the islands with us?
Huh? He doesn't want to go anymore. He seemed really interested just a moment ago.
Can't miss the adventure.
Ah, Kazuha might act mature, but deep down he's just another youngster eager for new experiences. That must be why he didn't think anything of the fruit juice earlier.
Well, all the more reason for you to join the island trip. You know, a lot of people have praised the beautiful scenery there. Even bards.
Okay, sounds like a plan. How do we get there?
Someone's got it covered, apparently. There'll be a few others joining us on this trip, and we're meeting at the city gate tomorrow morning. We'll wait for you.
And Kazuha, wake up.
Traveler?
Oh, yeah. They don't official yet, do they? Okay, so here's the deal. There's a princess from a faraway land and her retinue, who are also coming on this trip.
Huh? Paimon, don't get me wrong, I'm just asking to make sure. But from the way you're plugging this trip so hard, did the Iridescence Tour folks put you up to this? After all, canceling the Iridescence Tour after people already made the trip, that's kind of the same thing as tricking people into going traveling, ain't it?
Ugh! Why won't anyone believe Paimon?
Don't worry about that for now. You'll all have the chance to get acquainted with each other tomorrow morning. Whether you're a princess, a retainer, a talking raven, a samurai, or a musician. You're all VIP guests of the island on your summer vacation. And that's what counts, right?
I'm sure looking forward to it.
Are you coming to event?
I'll have to pass. I have some work to take care of.
You serious? The tone-deaf bard actually has plans to do some work?
I promised a young lady with cat ears and a cat tail that I'd sing at her tavern to boost business and beat the competition. Yes, the competition being this place, which has six-fingered Jose.
Aren't you allergic to cats?
Yup, I can always sing on their roof. She told me that as long as their sales surpass their competitor, there's a whole month's worth of wine in it for me. Oh, what a fine employment opportunity. Virtually tailor-made for me. So have fun, and don't worry about me. I feel like this summer is going to be a very interesting one.
He's gonna drink way too much. Okay, time 10, no, to 8. Time and teleport. Pam. There they are.
Today is the day of one's reckoning with fate, as foretold by the night sky. Humiliation suffered in the past, the shame
God.
all these years.
What's happening listening to normal conversation?
For today, it is time for retribution.
Mein Fräulein, if I may be so bold, that final phrase did not sound like one of your own.
Of course it wasn't. I just overheard it from someone in the city. I mean, thy princessin is merely drawing on the wisest and courageous saying she has heard in the land to signify the importance of this day.
Let me see. Huh. It really is someone else's catchphrase.
Oh, she looks so sad.
Wow, you're here early.
Hi. Who have you brought with you?
Oh, allow Paimon to introduce to you a fabled wandering swordsman of Inazuma and an enchanting musical talent of Liyue.
Hey, I'm Xinyan from Liyue. I like rock and roll, sunny days, and good times. You must be the princess Paimon told us about. You sure do look the part. I hear you're from a faraway land. It's an honor to be in the company of dignitaries. And this lady over here, my family tells me that only the wisest scholars wear pointed hats like this one. Guessing that applies to you too?
Oh, I like her. She can stay. Xinyan, your gaze pierces the dark veil of night to arrive at the truth beyond. I am in need of one such as yourself. Very well. You shall be one's musician laureate.
Is that like a
She's
blush?
trying to say thanks. You say all the right things. And the same goes for me too. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Mona, an astrologist.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you too.
Mona is amazing. She can find out everything about you by divination.
A princess, an astrologist, and an articulate raven retainer. In the company of giants, my humble self hardly deserves mention.
And he is the best character.
I am Kaida Harakazuha from Inazuma, It is an honor to meet you all.
What ho, Kazuha? Divulge thy epithets and thy vocation.
Oh, Main Fräulein would like to know where you work and what your field of expertise is.
I'm afraid I'm just another wanderer.
This guy is an expert in the sword arts. He parries blades that none have ever parried before, and strikes like lightning mere mortals could not hope to comprehend.
What? Is he really that powerful?
Let me take a look. Huh? Oh my.
Wait. Thank you. Give me a second. In chat. Okay.
Hi, Kazuha. I'm absolutely delighted to meet a great sword master like you. Could we ask you to be our guard while we're on the island?
One hereby declares you Captain of the Royal Guard of the Imanakreich.
For me, I defeat God.
For even Lady Magistus to praise your skills, you are surely one of rare talent.
Lady Mercy.
Okay, Lady
Lady Majig. What?
Oh, just call me Mona. Stop calling me that weird name.
By the way, Lady Magistus, we found out how to get to the Promised Land. A legendary great mage gave us a big hint. Come on, everyone, follow Paimon.
So does that wait. I noticed that Mona has this big hand. Also, Lisa with a hat. Smaller. That mean Mona is smarter than Lisa? Bird food. Yes, I murdered birds in front of you, child. Turn right.
Look, everyone, here's our vehicle.
Somehow, I suddenly don't feel like going anymore.
What unique little thing. Looks kind of like Guoba, doesn't it?
Guoba. Is he the magical creature at Wanmin Restaurant? Now that you mention it, it does look quite similar.
To be honest, even Paimon isn't so sure this can take us to the island after all.
I see. Only by meeting the lowliest of ends can we arrive at the Imanakreich born anew. Behold, the doorway cloven by thundering retribution. By such means as I once descended into this realm to bring retribution, do I now venture into the next. Come, Oz, lead the way.
I will enter first. Main Fräulein need not worry.
He's in. And now he's gone.
Why, this truly is the path of retribution that leads to the Promised Land.
Maybe I should just do a quick reading for safety.
Lady Magistus, it's fine. This is Alice's creation. It's totally safe. Spare yourself the trouble. Just come with us.
All right, I completely forgot. All right.
What kind of mage is? Please, mother. Eve. We're gonna see her? Doubt it. Really cool.
It's so dark in here. Can someone turn on a light? Ugh. Hey, quit pushing.
Come on now. Let's all try and stay. Ow! Bishop, you're treading on my hair.
I thought it was a snake.
We're flying.
Everyone, be careful.
There tomorrow. Let me move the mouse. That's a loading screen. This is a loading screen. The black is the loading screen.
excited. What was that all about?
What a beautiful place. The wind is soft and the ocean is calm. And a pleasant scent blows on the breeze.
Yep, Paimon's feeling way better already now that we can see the ocean.
An ocean of life, and a land filled with flora. Main Fräulein, we have finally arrived at the Promised Land, whence we shall revive the Imanok.
Oh, faithful retainers, this is the blessed paradise that one has been searching for. Here is where we shall witness the culmination of all things. I, who command the darkness, shall lead you to yonder gate of dreams. Shall lead you to yonder gate of dreams.
Your Archmage Magistus thanks you for your kindness, Your Highness. In this moment, I offer my blessings to the Imernokra.
Mona, what are you,
Don't ask. Just follow my lead.
Oh, right. Praise be to the Princessin, who has led us here to this sacred place.
My sincere gratitude to you for inviting me to join you on this trip, Your Highness.
Your happiness gladdens one's heart. How it delights me to bring us all together here at this most monumentally fateful of moments. Now, as I take my first step on this pilgrimage, I shall perceive this ocean of life with my own earthly vessel. After all, this is where my soul belongs. On the contrary, Lady Magistus, blessed as you are with the great power of Hydro, one yet finds too many impurities in thy soul.
Main Fräulein means Lady Magistus is perhaps not the most talented swimmer.
How? She can literally walk on water.
Official? That's enough. I'm happy enough to join in with the play acting without complaining, but how dare you ridicule my genius? Think you can swim better than me? Ha! I'll bring you to your knees, young lady.
Oh my, Main Fräulein. Steel yourself, Main Fräulein.
Oh yeah! Swimming race, swimming race! Whoever comes in last is a rotten egg!
Challenge accepted. Heed my words, lowly Lady Magistus. You shall pay for your foolishness for as long as you live.
Ridiculous. I've never lost a single swimming race in my life. Bring it on. First one to run to the beach wins.
This is really happening.
Are they serious? Running? I thought they were gonna swim.
Never mind, looks like enjoying
I
this.
take it you have no present plans. I want to start by surveying the area first. Want to come along? Xinyan, are you coming?
Seems like everyone's got things to do. I'll stay here and hold down the fort for now. Mona and Fischl have gone swimming, and someone's got to set up camp. Don't worry, I got this. You're gonna take a look around, right? Well, make sure you let me know if there are any good views.
Thanks, will do!
This is a new area. Big one at that. Wait, boat. I'm gonna take the boat late. There's probably gonna be chests here, hopefully. Another area 200 health. Okay, maybe not. There's your chest. Maybe I need to unlock. What's this? Fight.
These things useful?
When? Something to fly. Over there, I can through it. I assume that's what. Guess not. Come on. There's a hint there, but get the boat. Yep. Yong. What? Well, I did the mission there. Their missions, their chest. Okay, something to do after this. Probably gonna save for me. Yong. Like boosts for flow. Let's see what is on the island.
Strange.
Seashell. Collectible? Probably.
Agafia, I'm fine. It's just a little stomachache.
All right. Well, I found 4 apples. You can have them when you're feeling a little better.
But the mission...
Don't worry about that, Zakar. I'll take care of it. You just head up there and get a good rest.
Okay, I guess you can listen to shells like in Undertale.
Zakar, don't push yourself. Look, there's a cave over there. Let's go and rest for a while.
Where? Here? We are. Yeah. I'm literally playing as her. Thing on my. Whatever. Guess I need to play something. Like the bar. A tone bar. Too much of a budget. See. Third one is the fourth. What am I pick? Okay, this is gonna be actually fun. Probably gonna have to do it. The goal for the day is probably just to try to follow as much as this. This is strange. No response. Hey. All your apples. Pa 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 pa. Easier way to come. Okay, can I make it up there? No, 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 no. Oof. Kill me off right now. This high up. In you. Here. Another shell there. Yes, but I'm gonna collect late. I'm gonna get all the... I need to go there. And just teleport. Saves me the trouble. Other things to do it. Sometime. Wait, before I continue, how long do I have? This is for 34 days. Okay, I have a lot of it. Do all of this. Better than doing it alone.
Weird thing over there?
It appears to be some sort of machine. And an army cap with traces of hydro next to it. It seems that we are not the first to set foot on this island. Also, there are footprints here. Fresh ones. Likely no more than a few days old.
Really? Paimon didn't notice them at all.
What? Dewey.
Traveler, Paimon, stay alert.
Why? Did you see something?
Someone was here, and they're still nearby.
There's other people here? Oh, Paimon's scared now. Come on, we need to track him down. You said the cap had traces of hydro on it? Then let's follow the traces of elemental energy!
I bet it's up here. No! That was clue. Go up again. It's time. Get some energy. I'm distant. Ups. Jump. Higher up.
This pointy thing looks like a tower. Pretty unique, too. Maybe it has something to do with that machine we saw. But, from the looks of it, it seems pretty broken.
Okay. Right here. No! Dumbass.
We're close. Watch out.
Okay.
It's the Fatui!
Freshness preserved.
Dead.
Why are there Fatui on this island? Isn't there a single place in this world without mint, sweet flowers, and Fatui?
Everywhere. Beds. Weeds?
Interesting observation.
Cappy Cap's gone. Where's Cappy Cap?
Are you looking for something?
A cap. I can't lose it. I don't know anything. Give me back Cappy Cap.
Is this the cap you're looking for?
My brother's Cappy Cap. Gimme.
This guy is not the sharpest sword in the sheath.
Don't bully me or I'll punch you in the... Monster!
Stop right there! What are you doing here?
Another Fatus! We can ask you the same question! What are you doing here?
Protect Cappy Cap or brother will get mad at me.
Forget the cap. It's your brother we're looking for.
What happened to him?
Nothing. He has a fever. He's just a little delirious, that's all. I don't have to tell you anything. Go bother someone else.
This island belongs to our friend. You better watch what you say, mister.
What? I thought this island was uninhabited. That's why we came here to... Never mind. Fine. I'll tell you, but then you need to leave me alone.
Maybe.
It's a new kind of energy generator that I invented. We were simply looking for a deserted island to test it out on. There. Satisfied?
Yeah, and if you don't do as you're told, we'll take his cap!
Please don't.
Hey, stop crying. All right, I promise we'll stay within this area. Okay?
By the way, why is there smoke coming out of your machine?
Because the cursed thing is broken. As much as I hate to say it, our tests did not go to plan. We were getting ready to leave anyway.
Oh, well, just see yourselves out whenever you're ready.
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Oh,
I can't believe we have to deal with the Fatui during our vacation.
Why would the Fatui appear in such an isolated corner of the world? Whatever their reasons, it's likely more complicated than we might think. Even though we're on vacation, we should stay vigilant. Also, in the interests of keeping the ladies in good spirits, I have a suggestion.
Oh, yes.
Let's keep this between us for now. Let them enjoy their vacation, while the Traveler and I deal with any potential threats. What do you think?
Makes sense.
You're so considerate, Kazuha.
Paimon, you flatter me. I simply don't think it's worth ruining anyone's vacation over a trivial matter like this. The scenery is beautiful. I hope all of us can enjoy ourselves here.
Yes, I will when I start. That was the run.
We're back!
Just in time. So, Traveler, Paimon, who do you think the real swimming champion is? Me or Fischl?
Utter my supreme name and see how Lady Magistus, the presumptuous, is reduced to bitter tears.
I will go.
Oh, no you don't. Don't put this on Paimon.
Oh, wise Paimon. Surely you can discern who the true winner is.
Lady Paimon, the time to show your loyalty is nigh.
Wait. Shouldn't Paimon get some food in her first? Poor thing looks starving after such a long trek out.
Oh, thank you, Xinyan.
Yes, we did walk quite a long way.
Right? While you were off doing your own things, I caught us some seafood and picked us a few fruits. They taste real good barbecued.
Now that you mention it, I'm getting a little peckish myself.
She's gonna say.
I, too.
Well, there's plenty to go around, so dig in. I can't say I've got the culinary skills of my chef friend, but I promise you'll at least eat your fill.
Time to eat.
Inviting Lady Xinyan here was an astute decision in...
Paimon's done talking. You guys carry on.
What do you mean, Traveler is the best chef in the world?
I love that barbecue smell. This tastes amazing.
Impressive.
Since Xinyan made dinner for us, allow me to take charge of breakfast tomorrow.
Great looking. Do it, alright.
Paimon too. Oh, Traveler, you forgot about something. Let's talk over there.
Roger that, let's talk over there. There she means up here.
That whole thing with the Fatui is bothering you too, right? Well, remember the bomb thing that Venti gave us? We can contact him using that. Wait, no, not a bomb. Venti said it's called a Dodo communication device. Yeah, let's ask Venti if he knows anything. He always seems clued in on everything, so if there's any intel floating around, he'll definitely know about it.
Hey, miss me already?
Hi, Venti, it's me.
I know that. You're the only person who can contact me on this thing.
How come you're sneezing?
I'm at the cat's tail. So many cats. They gave me some allergy medicine, but it's not working. Okay, go on then. What are you calling about?
Paimon still.
Could you be any lazier?
Yes.
Alright,
Smoke
well,
smile.
Venti, there's some strange things going on this island. We ran into the Fatui.
The Fatui. Yeah, they're everywhere, aren't they? The Cryo Archon's minions are a capable crew. I'd be more surprised if they hadn't shown up yet.
But they're ruining our vacation!
Exactly.
Really? But, you sound fine. They can't have caused you too much trouble, surely. Or, if they did, I'm sure you have everything under control by now.
Yeah, but something just doesn't feel right. That's why we came to you. Don't you have any information for us?
I haven't heard anything new about the Fatui. But don't worry. I may be a lowly tone-deaf bard, but you may contact me whenever you need me. I mean, I can't promise I'll be of much help, but at least you'll have someone to talk to, right? Sometimes just talking things through is enough to calm a worried mind.
Honestly.
Adventuring is what you do best. It's only natural to encounter a few surprises when you head somewhere new, but just remember, not all unexpected encounters are dangerous. The same wind graces the seaside as that which wafts over pastures green. Whenever you see clouds, it was the wind that carried them there. Don't worry, my friends. The wind will always be with you. Okay then, I have to go now. My performance in the cat's tail is starting any second.
Okay, bye. So, he means we don't need to worry too much about the Fatui, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, if that's what the tone-deaf bard says, then fingers crossed we'll have a peaceful and relaxing vacation where nothing weird happens at all. When you go off on a long trip with your friends, the important thing is to have fun.
Yes. And voila, and now the mission actually starts. Part 2, as so for connecting to others. Let's see how many checks rewards and stuff. The other missions and stuff. Bells and stuff. Boat ride. Did one of them. Never mind. I guess I didn't. So there's gonna be boat, something, parkour, wind, blah 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 blah. And I'm gonna get a lot of Primo Gems. For now, let's check how many Primo Gems I have. I have for one wish. Let's guess. Get Klee in this one wish. It's not a wish. Sheesh. Yeah, woo, woo. That's what I'm gonna try next time. Hopefully. But I'm gonna leave my stream here. At the end screen. It off. I'm gonna save it for later, for next time on stream. Do everything together. I hope so. So, hopefully you enjoyed this little stream. Yes, it was. What can you do? RJD Gold is streaming. He's a very popular guy. I need to pick that leaf. Thank you for being here. Check out my videos. My video not already. I managed to fix my Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So enjoy the campaign there. 2019 by the way. So yeah. Thank you for watching and see you in the next stream tomorrow. Bye.